Hey there, my name is Chris, and for the Square 2021 hackathon, I put together an app called SquareDynamicPricing. Now, the motivation for this is that restaurants and stores can have a lot of sales, and it can be tough to determine what the optimal price is they should be charging for different items based on the volume they want to sell. So I created an app that connects to any customer's existing Square environment, pulls down orders, plots them, and then allows you to visualize what adjusting the price on a particular item might do to your sales numbers. So I have this hooked up to my demo account right now, and just on Sandbox. And I have a couple different flags here that you can use. Let me just walk through a couple of them. So I'm using the customer API for demo purposes to be able to attach customer records and orders to my Sandbox account. But this could absolutely be production data, and you could run the same sort of query. Let's say I wanted to determine what price I should charge a hamburger. And historically, I've used like these sort of different price points, and I sold these different counts of orders in the same sort of time interval. There's a certain pattern to how these prices influence the counts. And it might fit like this, it might not. But what I did is I put together an exponential pricer that uses some sklearn libraries or things from NumPy to best fit a graph to the sales that you have on a particular item. In this case, it's a hamburger. So down here, I get the sales for the item from my Square account based on some of that historic data, and I found the exact same numbers. So those values above were loaded in my account, and I found these 6 orders that I had where each order had like $7.99. There were 10 hamburgers in that order, for example, but it could be more complex. Right here, we do a curve fit and find the coefficients of the curve that really looks like this. So this has A, B, and C as parameters, and we're really fitting X to be able to plot this XY curve. These are the actual data points. These two are outliers because in theory, you could set the price at infinite and your sales should be 0, and you could also set the sales at infinite and the price would have to be 0. But we don't want to use those boundary conditions because it doesn't actually fit for numeric models. So we just take an approximation. And if we printed that formula for the case of hamburgers, we end up with something like this. And then enable you to use this price calculator slider to simulate any sort of volume on a particular item and what sort of price you should charge that. So you might not have a menu that does 56 cents, but if you have different key price points like $1 or $3 or prices that you haven't evaluated yet, you can simulate those using this pattern. Now there's a couple utilities here, the customer generator and the order generator that can be used in probably other circumstances for generating data. All this code is available on GitHub. I encourage you to check it out, and thanks for your time.